I never thought I would have to argue with someone over the ownership of my own dog, but that is exactly what happened one Saturday afternoon, and it turned into one of the most unbelievable HOA Karen encounters I have ever experienced. It started like any normal weekend. I was outside doing some yard work while my golden retriever, Max, was relaxing in the fenced front yard. Max had been part of my family for almost 5 years. We adopted him when he was just a puppy, and everyone in the neighborhood knew him. He had a custom collar with his name on it, a registered microchip, hundreds of photos on my phone, and enough neighborhood fans to start his own social media account. While I was trimming some bushes near the side of the house, Max wandered toward the front gate where he liked to watch people pass by. A few minutes later, I heard him barking excitedly. At first I thought he was greeting a neighbor, but then I noticed a woman standing outside the gate. It was Karen, one of the most difficult members of the HOA. She was known for complaining about everything from lawn decorations to mailbox colors. She was crouched down talking to Max in an overly sweet voice, and I didn't think much of it until I saw her unlatch the gate and step inside my yard. Immediately that seemed strange because we were not friends, and she had never spoken to me before unless it involved a complaint. I walked toward the front yard and noticed something that made my stomach drop. Karen had attached a leash to Max's collar and was attempting to walk him toward the sidewalk. At first I honestly thought maybe she was confused or playing some kind of joke. I called out, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" Karen looked startled that I had appeared and then quickly regained her composure. Without missing a beat she said, "I'm taking my dog home." I laughed because the statement was so ridiculous. "Your dog?" I asked. "That's Max. He's my dog." Karen shook her head dramatically and replied, "No, this is my dog. I lost him 2 years ago. I can't believe I finally found him." I stood there staring at her, trying to process what I had just heard. Max was 5 years old and had lived with me since he was a puppy. There was absolutely no possibility that he had belonged to Karen. I told her exactly that, but she crossed her arms and insisted that she recognized him immediately. According to her story, she had owned a dog that looked exactly like Max, and it disappeared 2 years earlier. Therefore, in her mind, Max had to be that dog. The logic made absolutely no sense, but Karen was completely convinced. I told her she needed to remove the leash and leave my property. Instead of apologizing or backing down, she became more aggressive. She claimed that I had somehow acquired her missing dog and was refusing to return him. The conversation was so absurd that I actually started recording with my phone because I knew nobody would believe me otherwise. Karen then began calling out to nearby neighbors, trying to recruit an audience. She loudly announced that she had finally located her stolen dog and that I was preventing her from taking him home. Several neighbors came outside to see what was happening. The funniest part was that these neighbors had known Max for years. One elderly couple immediately said, "Karen, that's definitely his dog. We've watched him grow up." Another neighbor reminded her that Max had been living at my house long before her supposed dog disappeared. None of that mattered. Karen continued insisting that everyone else was wrong.